New York City preparing to implement the most aggressive vaccine mandate in the country. This week, Mayor Bill de Blasio, he's finally going to be out at the end of this year. He detailed his plans to require private sector workers to get the COVID shot by December 27th. All employees must provide proof of at least one dose, and 45 days later, they must show proof of their second dose. Under this mandate, employers cannot allow unvaccinated workers to come to their workplace. Medical and religious exemptions are allowed. Joining me now, New York Congressman, House Homeland Security Committee member Andrew Garbarino. Congressman, I don't think that the businesses will adhere to this mandate. What I think 94% of adults in New York have had at least one shot. So why even do this other than just to stab New York in the side before he exits at the end of the year?
You're absolutely right. This is nothing but a power grab. This is Mayor de Blasio. It's 14 days and counting, and I think every citizen in New York State and New York City can't wait for him to finally be out of office. What he's done in New York City over his last 8 years. Anybody who's been there recently has seen garbage piling up on the street, traffic all over the place. We can't wait for him to be gone, and I think it's just unfair. I'm also a member of the Small Business Committee. And to put this kind of requirement on small businesses in New York after what they've been through the last 18 months, it's ridiculous. I think a New York State Supreme Court judge, a liberal Supreme Court judge, has already put the order on hold, which is good. Let the new mayor decide what he would like to do in the city. But Mayor de Blasio and all of his mandates, this one as well as the vaccination of kids from 5 to 11 to be able to attend any after-school program, it's ridiculous, and he needs to go quicker, than 14 days.
Sean Duffy, jump in.
Yeah, Congressman, so I look at this mandate and I'm like, okay, well, I don't like it, and I think all of us think this is an affront to freedom. However, New Yorkers, they voted in de Blasio, right? And you have Eric Adams, the new mayor, that comes in 4 days after this mandate goes into effect, and he said nothing about it. So isn't this really what New York wants to have happen? They want to go after this, as Dagan said, the last 6% that haven't been vaccinated and try to punish and push small businesses and big businesses to be the COVID cops?
I don't think it was 4 years ago, and it just shows the fact that Eric Adams, who campaigned as the complete opposite of Bill de Blasio, was just elected. There were a couple of Bill de Blasio lookalikes and people who were exactly the same as him, felt the same way in policy. They all went down in the election. So I think New York City's ready for a change. The small businesses definitely don't want to have to deal with this. They just want to be able to stay open. They hurt so much while being closed in New York City. They were first to close and last to open. I've been into Manhattan. I've been into the restaurants. They don't need this. They don't need extra requirements. They are just looking to move ahead to get back to normal. This is something that's not going to happen. I don't think the new mayor is going to continue this vaccine requirement. I think just like the courts are shutting down Joe Biden's requirement for companies with 100 employees, I think this requirement will also be shut down.
Right, and like the TSA screeners, I think 40% were unvaccinated going into the Thanksgiving weekend. Well, that mandate just kind of disappeared. And you've seen that over and over again in terms of like a shipbuilder, the air traffic controllers, because, again, it's not enforceable and it would foul up the entire economy, certainly air travel. New York City has become the largest city in the nation to allow non-citizens to vote in local elections. Governor Kathy Hochul also announcing yesterday that she'll make mail-in voting a top priority in 2022. Congressman, your thoughts on this before we go?
Well, first off, it amazes me that the New York State Constitution says it's right there. Citizens have the right to vote. So I don't know where the city council gets off approving 800,000 non-citizens the availability to vote. It goes completely against the New York State Constitution. I can't see that surviving a court challenge, and it shouldn't. This is a sacred right for citizens to be able to right to vote. And as for mail-in voting, they just tried to increase it by getting rid of no excuse absentee voting on a referendum. It was overwhelmingly voted down. So it doesn't, I'm not surprised that a governor who learned from Andrew Cuomo is going to push something through that the people don't want. So, hopefully the state legislature realizes that the people don't want this and they vote whatever she wants down.
Congressman Andrew Garbarino, great to see you. Have a wonderful holiday season if we don't see you before then.
Thank you. You as well.